finance has to be involved in any lean transformation project for the simple reason that what needs to be measured, needs to be measured to get done.
Hello, I've got Eric de Diesbach with me again. Welcome back, Eric.
Hello, John. It's good
Eric's
to be with you.
the specialist in lean finance in organisations. And we've had some really good discussions. I've enjoyed those. Thanks, Eric. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
What we haven't talked much about is how you actually conduct a lean project. I'd like to talk about that a little bit.
Well, we would start with the lean transformation project, which is reviewing all the processes in the company, in all the departments, in manufacturing, in sales, in finance, in human resources.
So yeah, I understand that, but we're talking about lean in finance as well. So you're talking about two projects here. One's in lean in finance and the other is lean across the other parts of the organisation?
Well, it could be a lean project just for the finance department, or it could be a lean project for every function, every department of the company.
And if that happens, I guess finance has a significant role in that. Is that right?
Finance has to be involved in any lean transformation project for the simple reason that what needs to be measured, needs to be measured to get done. And the finance department is the backbone of the information, the data, the key performance indicators.
They're the ones that really do the measurements that's necessary. And if you don't measure it, you don't get it
Correct.
done.
They're the one collecting the information and putting the reporting together and delivering to the other departments.
Okay, so when a process has changed and we're measuring outcomes from that process, finance, the ones, even in operations or any other part of the business, finance are going to be involved in that, is what you're saying.
Exactly, because they are the ones that are going to produce the information to measure, is the project on track, yes or no? Is the company going forward or backward?
Okay, so let's talk about typically how you'd conduct this project.
Well, we would start with the lean transformation project, which would review the situation, how the company operates, process per process.
So assess the current state.
Correct.
With the customer in mind.
Always. Customer is first. And then we would improve the processes, add value, reduce waste.
In the areas we've identified where we can do that.
Yes.
Or should do that.
Yes, correct. But the project doesn't end when this project is implemented. Lean is about continuous improvement. It's small, incremental changes.
It's almost like a culture, isn't it? You've got to build the culture in the organisation to continually strive for improvement.
Yes.
Right.
The example has to come from the top, and constantly everybody has to look at those processes to improve them little by little.
So if I'm an operations manager or somebody in an organisation, I want to drive a lean process, you're saying it, I really won't have much success unless I can get the CEO to really drive it from the top.
Yes, it has to be led, driven by the top.
Like any major project that has influence on behaviour in an organisation, culture in an organisation and so on, it's got to come from the top.
Absolutely.
Wasting our time otherwise.
Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster.
Okay, so I understand that. It really needs to be a project. It really needs to be driven, implemented in the first place, and part of that implementation is set up a culture of change and managing change and driving continuous improvement. So that's really the bottom line.
Yes, that is the bottom line.
Thanks, Eric. I understand it much better, and I'm sure your audience will too.
Thank you, John. My pleasure. Good to talk to you.